Hey everyone, welcome back to Backwoods. I'm Andrew. Today we're going to make a little raised planter. This is an idea that my wife actually gave me. I'm just kind of expanding on it and kind of customizing it to our needs. And you can customize this to your needs however you need it. You can make it longer, you can make it taller, or whatever you need. But I will put in the materials that I used. I'll list them below in the description. And again, you can customize this however you need, change it however you want. This is a very simple, quick, easy little raised planter that you can do pretty much anywhere you are. So let's get started. So the first thing we need is we need some 2x4s. All right, you can see I got some 2x4s right here. This is the beauty of owning a sawmill. Just went and cut them and got some brand new, some nice 2x4s here. So you can buy these from the store or however you want to do it. The next item that you need are just some general 5-gallon buckets. Okay, again, I'm going to reiterate this. You can customize the length or width or however you want to do this for your planter. I'm just giving you what works for me and my situation and the materials that I'm using. So you can adjust this to however you need to. I'm using 5-gallon buckets from Home Depot. Again, I'm not sponsored by them or any other company here. And I'm only going to use 8 of them because that's what I need and for my purpose. All right, so I've laid out my buckets. I'm going to make 2 that are going to be the exact same. So I've measured in order to give myself some space. So it's roughly 24 inches from the end here to here. It's 24 inches to give my plants a little bit of room to obviously grow, because it's going to be probably tomatoes and peppers. All right, so I'm going from this end to the bucket, this end of the bucket. It's going to be right at 24 inches between each one, and then again this 20 bucket, 24 inches. The same thing from here to here is 24 inches. So that's what we're doing, and it measured out. I mean, it was like just right at 84 inches long, which is 7 feet. So I'm gonna cut 2 2x4s 7 foot long. Right, so I'm gonna cut 4 2x4s 7 foot long. All right, I got 4 posts, the outside posts that are gonna go right up against the bucket, just like so. So now I've got to figure out the distance that I need from outside to from inside to inside. And then I'm gonna have to obviously add on the 2 inches and the 2 inches to get it to where I need it to be. So let's get that measurement and see what we got. So let's go from the bottom, because you want it to sit on this lip. So let's measure from the bottom and just go slightly bigger than the bottom. All right, so looking at the bottom, if you can read it here, the bottom is just a little bit, if you can see the lines, it's just a little bit longer. All right, it actually falls on, there we go. All right, so we want to cut, the inside needs to be 10 inches, 10 and a quarter. All right, so we're gonna have to add on to that. So I need 10 and a quarter plus 2 plus 2. So we're gonna do 14 and a quarter. All right. So 24. 24. And then from 24, I need 11 and a half, so that'd be 35 and a half. 35 and a half. 4, 35 and a half. All right, everyone, as you can see, it's done. I'm sorry, my battery died. That's why you missed me putting together the supports and stuff. But let's walk through it and give you some measurements so you can actually see what I did and why I did it. So this main beam right here, all right, is a total of 84 inches long or 7 feet. That's just the way that worked out for my buckets that I wanted to use. That was the dimensions. The end pieces right here are 14 and 5/8 inch. Again, that's why I had to do that. I had to do 14 because the middle piece right here, this needs to be 10 and 5/8 inch for the bucket. So again, this needs to be 10 and 5/8 inches for the bucket is what I need. And my 2x4s are actually true 2x4s, so that's why it's 14. If you're using store-bought 2x4s, they're gonna probably be, I think, 1.5 inches instead of 2 inches. So then it would be 13 and 5/8 for you. Just make sure you take the measurements on what you have. So as you can see, also see, I have them spaced here. I've grown tomatoes and peppers before. I do know that they need some room to grow. And this just provides a much healthier plant and much healthier fruit or vegetables. So the original one had them literally right up against each other, and I obviously did not want that. So I spaced them. So here's how I spaced it out. So from here to from the inside of the end piece to right here is 11 and a half inches. That was the space I need for it to support the bucket. All right, that's 11 and a half. Well, again, to create the space for the room for the plant to grow, I then measured from the same end piece, from the inside of the end piece to right here, all right, is 24 inches. And then I just repeated the process. From here to here is 11 and a half. From here to here is 24 inches. Here to here is 11 and a half. From here to here is 24, and then I finished it off with 11 and a half. Again, that's just the way that worked out with the buckets that I used. So please make sure if you're using some different buckets, make sure you take the measurements and make sure that they work out for your buckets. The supports, as you can see, I ended up using the legs. I ended up using 2 pressure-treated 4x4s. I did not go buy these specifically for the project. That's what I had left over from another project. I just wanted to use them. I truly believe you can get away with 2x4s if that's what you have. So you can get away with 2x4s. I will say I do like the 4x4s. It provides a real sturdy base, and it's not real heavy. I ended up just notching it out. As you can see, just knocked out about 2 inches, then went up about 3 inches, all right, and then notched it out, and it sits on top of it and provides a very secure place for everything to rest. And I have a little cross beam right there that will help keep it from going side to side, and it does not move at all. all right? It does not shake, move, or anything at all. As far as the height goes, from the ground to the top right here, I believe it's 28 inches. I originally was gonna do, I think 32 or 36, and then that was just gonna be way too high. That would have put this all the way up right here, and then the planter would have been up here, and then you're dealing with the height of the plant. So I wanted the plants right at working place. So you can imagine if I have peppers or tomatoes, it's gonna probably start about right there, which is right at my waist. And so that's where I'm working, so that's why I dropped it down. So those are the measure, so that's how I ended up with 28 inches. That's all I have for you today on this planter. It was a real simple planter overall. I had to do a few measurements to make sure I was getting things right for the bucket and things like that, but overall it really wasn't complicated. The next one I build will go a lot faster because I do have the measurements and I know where the spacing needs to be. If you're interested in seeing what type of plants are going to be put in these buckets, please check out our last video that was called New Adventure Seed Starting, and you'll actually get to see the 4 different types of plants that are going to be making their way into these planters. If you have any questions or comments, please put them in the comment sections below. I will get back to you as soon as I can. Also, thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe if you haven't. I got more content coming out. Try to put videos out as soon as I can, as fast as I can. Again, thank you for watching, and y'all have a great day.